Hello, I'm Dr. Michael Gustavson, president of Brigham Women's Faulkner Hospital. One of the best parts of my job leading our great organization is hearing about the many ways our staff go above and beyond on a daily basis to create amazing patient and family experiences. I am so proud of our many Eye Care Award recipients and their inspiring stories, some of which you'll hear about in this video. On behalf of the entire leadership team, thank you all for helping to provide phenomenal, compassionate care to our patients, and congratulations on your Eye Care Award recognition.
There was a patient who required a procedure for pain relief, and it took approximately 3 months for Francesca to get the approval, but she kept following up and following up and following up.
I made it a point because the patient kept calling and I knew how important it was for her.
And this was really the last resort for this patient, and so the patient was able to get the procedure and really change the course of the patient's life.
I was glad that I was able to get it approved and she was able to have the procedure, and she was so happy, and that made me happy.
I nominated Will because I was so astonished, and it brought tears to my eyes how he handled a particular patient.
This is a guy who was in his early 60s, looked like he was 80, functioned like he was 80, and was so in the throes of his addiction that without that measure that we took as a team to get him the help he needed, he probably would have died. It was great having Deb and the doctors and nurses sort of support a decision like this, because it wasn't an easy one.
I nominated Keisha for an Eye Care Award because I feel that she went above and beyond in her job. And when I say that, it's because she saved my life.
And she was eating, and then the secretary was about to walk out, and she says, "Oh, Amanda, are you all right? You don't look good."
And apparently I forgot to chew, swallowed, and I couldn't breathe. It's in my throat. I'm looking around. I'm like, the chairs are too low to self-Heimlich. What am I gonna do?
So I just was like, I can't let my sister die in front of me. Like, if that was to happen, I would just fell on top of her and died myself. They'd found 2 of us in the break room dead.
Comes behind me, starts just giving me the Heimlich. I'm up in the air. There's no limbs. She's praying, she's crying. The secretary's screaming for help. Finally, some people come from all over, and then it came out of me. Yes. And I could breathe, and I was alive. You know, she could have just screamed for help, but she went into total save life mode and saved my life.
It's nice to be recognized when you really do care. It was a little surprising because I do care. I like the job that I do, so it's nice when you're recognized for things that you do normally.
Overhearing conversations, how she's diffused situations with patients. Every single time she answers like in an upbeat fashion, and she's so genuine. It's one thing overhearing it, but then when we start to look at some results from Press-Ganey scores, you can tell that, she's obviously made an impact in a short amount of time.
I hope there was cake to follow, but that's okay. My cafeteria coupon took care of that.
The lab system went down one day and wasn't not printing any labels. She stayed without even being asked until like 8, 9 o'clock at night to help me get all the specimens correctly entered, put in the computer, and so they were able to run. Aaliyah wasn't even asked. This is something she does normally. She always steps up to the plate when things need to get done to make sure that the patients get the doctors get the results for the patients and things get done the right way.
Patient care, as I said, I think is very important, and teamwork also is important to me. So that's why I stay.
She is just an absolute pleasure. She always goes out of her way for her coworkers and for the patients.
We had a procedure ongoing that didn't involve her, didn't involve nursing at all, but yet Peggy couldn't leave our side until we were finished and until we completed the procedure, because she knew that she could be of help in some way.
We all work hugely as a team to help each other, and anybody would stay for anybody if they asked.
She did the same thing yesterday, as a matter of fact. We were here late. We were supposed to get out of here probably about 5 o'clock, and Peggy was right there up until 5:30, again asking me if we needed help.
We had a patient who needed to be admitted, and part of our job is to take care of those people who can't take care of themselves, and he needed to be admitted, but he had trouble walking, and one of the problems with getting him up to the floor was that there was a question that maybe there were some bed bugs on him. Who steps up to Minicata? I'll take care of it, and went in and helped the man shower so that we could get him upstairs. So
what was going through my mind was that I wanted to shower the man as soon as possible so we wouldn't have spread of bugs, you know, to the other patients and, you know, even ourselves.
She's great with patients. She brings a real spirit to the emergency department. You always know that it's going to be a great day when you walk in and you see Dominicana there.
It's really nice to be acknowledged for the work that you do. It's awesome.